Hey everybody, my name's Forgotti, and today I'm talking about something very interesting. So I have been coming back to YouTube, and while that's been going on, some controversy with a YouTuber has happened. And oh boy, it is a fun thing to watch in the background while I'm editing and recording and doing all the stuff. I'll quickly explain what's been going on. A famous YouTuber called Sssniperwolf doxed a other person who had a opinion on her, and she pretty much took a photo of his home, which is the worst thing you can do, since there are people that are out there that are so dedicated and so good at tracking people to where they live just by a photo that pretty much the dude's gonna have to move, because with that photo being on the internet, they're gonna find his home eventually. GeoGuessers and just people with way too much free time on their hands will 100% find that dude's home. And I feel so bad for him. So bad. But I am talking about how I am not surprised that this happened, because truthfully, she was a horrible person. Let's be truthfully honest. She is a absolutely horrible person. If you look at her YouTube channel, she has been racist, sexist. She would shame people on their looks, on their weight, tons of stuff. Just horrible, pretty girl-esque style bullying and just toxicity. The stuff that you see the pretty girl in a high school teen heartthrob movie. And truthfully, I'm really not surprised that she did this, because if you look at her YouTube channel and some of the stuff that she has done, oh boy, she has done some horrible things. Hell, she even refused to do a FaceTime with a fan who was dying of a terminal ill disease. I don't know where that went, and I don't know if she ever FaceTimed that person, but she didn't do that. And there's celebrities out there, Hollywood celebrities, that have a way harder jobs and have time to meet a fan who's dying. And she couldn't even spend like 5 minutes talking with a fan via Skype, of all things. And claiming that her life is really hard, quote unquote, and full of hard work. Oh my god, I am not surprised that she did this, because her personality is absolute garbage. And recently YouTube has demonetized her, which is great. Yay, they did something, but truthfully, that's not really gonna go anywhere. That's not really gonna affect anything. And literally 40 minutes after YouTube demonetized her, or claimed that they demonetized her, she actually posted an apology 40 minutes after. And oh god, the worst part is she talked about how she had a lapse in judgment. Oh my god, she quoted Logan Paul. That's the worst thing. She literally quoted Logan Paul's apology. Oh, had a horrible lapse in judgment, taking a photo of that dude's home and doxing him, just like how I had a lapse in judgment when I took a photo of that body in Japan. Oh my god, I swear to god, I don't know if YouTube sent her that, or she has like a community manager, or even maybe she copied literally Logan Paul, but kind of poor choices in words that she said, because wow, that sounded so similar to the Logan Paul apology. And let's truthfully be honest, she's apologizing because money's on the table and money's on the line, but she's not truthfully sorry. Let's be honest. She's probably in her own mind thinking, why is this happening to me? I don't deserve this. I didn't do anything wrong. He's at fault and not me. What I did was perfectly justifiable. I didn't do anything illegal, yada, yada, yada. I 100% bet that in her mind, she's doing that right now, because that's normally how it goes. A tiger doesn't change its stripes. Now, I'm done talking about her because I'm not actually making this video to just boast about how she did something horrible. I do want to say that I do want to quickly say that what YouTube's doing is great and all, that they're demonetizing her, but nothing's going to come of this. Actually, truthfully, nothing's going to come of any of this, sadly, because truthfully, people are going to be mad about this for maybe a month or two, and then they're just going to forget about it, because that's usually how it goes. Everyone forgot about the Logan Paul incident. Everyone forgot about the PewDiePie incident. Everyone's going to forget about the Sssniperwolf. She's going to be in the spotlight for this horrible thing she did, and people are going to forget, because that's how it goes. She's going to go back to being a YouTuber and doing her YouTube-esque type shenanigans, making crappy content that literally anyone can do. I'm like, her YouTube channel is an homage to just cheap video making. She makes tons of money and gets tons of viewership doing something that thousands, millions of people can do, and probably can do better than her. Her channel is just very cheap. I mean, my gaming channel is also cheap because all I do is literally somewhat similar to her. I just record and be as comedic as possible. But what she does is far more cheap because she's pretty much just taking other people's content and reacting and making more content, quote unquote, and more money than they probably did making their video. And it's kind of disgusting. But like I was saying, nothing's going to really come of this. And truthfully, if I was working at YouTube, here's what I would actually have done. I would have demonetized her for an entire year. All of her videos be demonetized for an entire year. And any new videos she makes, only 10 or 20% of those videos will be monetized per month. And I think that is actually very fair because it gives her the ability to think on what she did, and it also decreases her money flow. And let's be honest, it's hard to actually tell, but if you actually look on the internet, she's very rich. Let's be honest, she's very rich. Her net worth she's roughly worth $16 to $100 million. I don't exactly know how much she's worth because no one really knows. Because truthfully, we can't actually really know how much she's really worth because most content creators hide how much they make yearly and monthly. But if she has a ton of money like that, she can pretty much live life pretty easily without having to worry about paying her bills. And demonetization won't actually really affect her at all. It'll pretty much reduce her money flow, but if she has a lot of money saved up, she's perfectly fine. She can live for a long period of time with that money if she spends it correctly and in the right places. But it's absolutely disgusting that YouTube's not really doing anything about it. Hell, even she's been deleting. Apparently, she's done way more controversial things than I thought. I don't watch any of her content at all because it's garbage. But apparently, her old videos had a lot of controversial things with minors, and for some reason, I don't know why. I don't know why. What's wrong with YouTubers? Bigger YouTubers do so many controversial things with minors. I don't know if it's like some kind of challenge or drinking game that all the bigger YouTubers just secretly did a pact with, like, oh, if you do this with a minor, you better take like 20 bottles of this drink. Like, I don't know if it's like a drinking game for them, but for some goddamn reason, there are so many big YouTubers that have done bad things with minors. And she has also done bad things as well. She's even recorded it. And it's against YouTube's terms of service. And she's even been deleting them, which is pretty much an omission to guilt. And YouTube's kind of been like, I don't see anything here. What she did was in the past. She hasn't done it ever since. I don't see that as bad. And that's absolutely disgusting. There are YouTubers that have done far less things, far less bad things, and have gotten so badly Old Yeller by YouTube with a double barrel shotgun. YouTube has killed so many YouTube channels and destroyed so many YouTube channels for small, minor infractions. And she did this really big thing that's against their terms of service a couple years ago. And she did it multiple times. And she pretty much deleted this thing. She deleted a bunch of controversial things. And it's pretty much an admission to guilt. She's trying to scorched earth it to try to censor and remove any evidence that shows how bad she truly is. And this is actually a prime example. So back when I started my YouTube channel when I was 16, I had a idea, and this was a very interesting idea. My idea was I wanted to break a world record, and that world record was recording content with as many big content creators as possible. So I wanted to make 5-minute, 10-minute, hell, even 30 or 1 hour videos with big content creators and small content creators and medium content creators, all content creators that I could, from people like Mr. Beast to the smallest of content creators, and try to break a world record. And I wanted to see if I can make 1,000 videos with 1,000 different content creators. And what I didn't realize at the time, since I was a young YouTuber and naive, is bigger content creators are horrible, horrible people. Very horrible people. And an actual simile or metaphor or even comparison that I can use is the TV show The Boys. Yes, that's a fictional TV show that's not even close to real life, but it has very close similarities with what's going on. In the TV show The Boys, superheroes exist, and they are social media influencers. They're in video games, in TV shows, in movies. They're everywhere, and they have tons of fans and following, and people put them on a high pedestal as these people that human beings want to be like. People want to be like Homelander or Black Noir and all these other people. And the superheroes put on this fake facade of what they are. These glorified heroes that are saving the day and fighting against injustice. When truthfully, when they're away from the limelight and away from the cameras and any recording equipment, they are the most horrible, scummy human beings, and they do anything and everything that they do that's illegal or bad. From murder to just being absolutely atrocious, degenerate, horrible people. And the company that produces superheroes helps the heroes to wipe away and censor any negative and bad things that could produce bad publicity. And they try to scrub that away as much as possible. That sound is very familiar with how bigger content creators have been doing constantly horrible, egregious, degenerate, disgusting things and getting away with it because either the company itself is protecting them or the creator itself is trying to scorched earth remove any way that any of the information can be pointed at them. And it is absolutely disgusting how many content creators are like this, because you'd be surprised at how many content creators, when they are recording, put on a fake facade and try to be as nice and kind as possible, but when you meet them and they actually show their true colors without a public audience or recording equipment in front of them, you would be surprised at how shitty of human beings they are. There are so many YouTubers with so much money, so much power, so much following that don't deserve it. Truthfully, they deserve a 9-to-5 job and be flipping burgers at McDonald's or working at Walmart as like a stock person or something like that. Because truthfully, they are shit human beings. They do not deserve the power that they have. And truthfully, the power is just making them more egotistical and arrogant to the point that they are literally Icarusing themselves. Hell, Sssniperwolf's an example of that. She thought she was invincible. She thought she was untouchable. She didn't realize that what she was doing was bad. And lo and behold, what she was doing was extremely bad. Did she learn from it? Maybe. Most likely not. Like I said, tiger doesn't change its stripes. But it's absolutely bullshit. Because as a YouTuber myself, I'm a hard-working YouTuber. I have put so much effort into my channel. I post a video per day. Sometimes I can't post because I have real-world things that I gotta do, and I gotta let people know that I'm gonna be gone for a while because of BS in my life, and through my education, and through family troubles, and sometimes I have to step down. I put a lot of effort into my YouTube channel. I try to work my hardest with what I've got, because while other bigger content creators got equipment that's like $30,000, I'm running a system that's in pretty much a shoebox. I mean, hell, my camcorder is actually broken. I can't tell if I'm actually recording or not. That's how bad my setup is. A lot of this is like 15 years old. A very old, low-grade equipment. And I try my hardest to put in the effort, and I want to try to get a position in YouTube's algorithm where I'm getting at least maybe a couple thousand views per day when I'm producing content. But that's never going to happen because YouTube is extremely biased. They are very biased, and this Sssniperwolf incident is a prime example of that. I produce a lot of hardworking content, and I'm lucky to get maybe 10 views. 10 views in the entire year for that one video. Occasionally, YouTube has actually bullied me and given me a little taste of success by maybe giving me a 500 views on a video, and then immediately pull that away. Because literally the day later, I'm lucky to get 2 views. And it's so offensive because I see people message me that I'm so underrated. I should continue. I should keep going. I should try my hardest. And I am. I'm not going to stop. But it's disgusting that YouTube gives me a taste of what success is like and then pulls it away from me. And truthfully, YouTube's also really only boosting bigger content creators. They talk about how they're helping their smaller content creators and trying to give them smaller content creators a chance, but that's a bullshit lie. They will fucking put Logan Paul or Sssniperwolf's video in front of everyone's faces before they'll put my video or another person's video that's a smaller content creator. They'll probably put me and all the smaller content creators at the bottom of the thing. They put these disgusting human beings in front of the spotlight while they put my content and other harder working content creators' content in the dark. And it's absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. I know I have the ability to get a community that would love to watch my content on YouTube, but YouTube's refusing to let that happen because I'm not viable. I'm not viable as a content creator. And I don't know why I'm not viable, because maybe it's because I have a soul. Maybe it's because I'm not capable of doing disgusting, degenerate, shady things like these other content creators. I'm not going to flip my wing wang out on a live stream. I'm not going to go to a random YouTuber's house. I'm not going to record a dead person for a joke of it who died a horrible way. I'm not going to say the N-word on a bridge. I'm not going to, there are so many goddamn YouTubers who have done horrible, controversial, terrible, atrocious things, and yet they still have their spotlight. They still have their limelight. They still are producing content. Their content's still being viewed by millions of people. They are still making tons of goddamn money. They are still gotten away with the bullshit, disgusting, degenerate shenanigans that they did. And someone like me, a hardworking YouTuber that hasn't done anything bad, who just wants to maybe get monetization, make a tiny bit of money, and maybe get a small following going on, to just feel like feel a little bit of accomplishment saying that, hey, my content is actually good and people do enjoy it, and then I should keep doing it and keep trying to get better and better. But sadly, YouTube refuses, and I feel bad because it makes me wonder how many other YouTubers like me are suffering. I only have 300 subscribers and 500 something videos. I upload a video per day, and my channel barely has grown, and I'm going to continue to upload. I want my goal to be 1,000 videos uploaded to this channel before I die. But it absolutely disgusts me how I put a lot of hard work into this channel and I get nothing out of it. I don't get viewership. I don't get monetization, which is not something that I'm even focusing on. I really don't give a shit whether or not I get monetized or not, but I am kind of curious what monetization is like. I'm curious how much money you get out of monetization. I'm curious what copyright claims and strikes are like with monetization. I'm like, that's truthfully the only reason why I want to have monetization, is just for the fun of it. Just maybe as like a little side income, where if I can make $60 and buy a game for $60, that's great and all, but it's not like my go-to thing. Like, I'm focusing on going to the university to get an actual real world job. This is more of a hobby, but still, it absolutely disgusts me that I have so much potential for viewership, but YouTube's refusing and censoring me on their platform. And it's just absolutely disgusting, but that's the reason why I made this video, because it's showing this Sssniperwolf debacle and what YouTube's doing as a way to kind of fix it, quote unquote, is just proof that how biased YouTube is, how they really only care about these bigger content creators because of the fact that they give them tons of money. They get people on their platform to watch these content creators' videos. It's absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And this is a prime example of how disgusting YouTube is. They really do not care what these content creators do on their platform or even in real life, as long as it's making YouTube money and getting more and more people on their website. And it's just absolutely disgusting. And truthfully, nothing's going to come of this. Nothing's really going to come of this. I'm not going to be surprised that YouTube really doesn't do anything. I'm not going to be surprised that people forget about it and she goes back to producing her crappy content and people watching it and she making a ton of money. And I'm not surprised because she's pretty much doing a normal thing that every other horrible YouTuber out there does, doing something really bad. I mean, I will say this. I will say that maybe Jack Films, that whoever, I think that I'm saying his name right. I don't know. I never watched his content either. I think that he should definitely sue her and probably sue her for emotional damage and harassment, because what she did pretty much just ruined his life a little bit. Like, he has to move now. Like, he should definitely sue her. And the fact that she's worth like a good couple $1 million, allegedly, she's not going to be really... She's not really going to be financially damaged from a lawsuit, truthfully. But yeah, I'm just like super not surprised at all, because I've met a ton of big content creators, and I'm just going to say this right now. I do not watch big content creators' videos on YouTube anymore. I don't like any big content creators. I don't trust any big content creators, because truthfully, they can be the nicest people on the camera, but in real life or off camera, they can be the most shitty scumbag human beings. And what's going on with YouTube right now, and this fucking controversy is a prime example. And it's absolutely hilarious. Like, personally, me, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. My personality on all of my videos, all of my stuff is exactly how I am in real life. My friends can vouch for that. Even if I ever became a popular content creator with like 1 million subscribers and I wanted to meet fans in real life, my personality is like this. I'm exactly like this. This is me. I love to joke. I love to goof around. I think that life is short and you need to live a little. But it's definitely, and I'm definitely not an arrogant, egotistical psychopath that believes that he's the second coming of Jesus Christ. Like a majority of the YouTubers, believe that. Like you'd be surprised. But it's absolutely disgusting. I mean, just there's nothing's I think is gonna really come of this. Nothing at all. So it is what it is. It's very interesting to watch. It's a great like thing to watch. It's like a fun like soap opera, truthfully. I'm just gonna say this right now. I bet she's gonna make a apology video. I'm recording this on October 20th in the night, but I 100% believe that she's going to make a apology video. She's gonna do the most stereotypical YouTuber thing. But yeah. I'm actually thinking about making a second YouTube channel where I talk about what's going on with like the gaming industry, video games, interesting pieces of history that I find fascinating and funny. I'm thinking about making a YouTube channel like that where it's like a mixture of everything and anything, like my thoughts on politics. Even though I'm politically neutral, I don't give a shit about Republicans or Democrats. I'm more of a libertarian and I'm a free speech advocate. But I'm thinking about making a YouTube channel like that where I just talk my mind, and because this YouTube channel, this one here is my main YouTube channel, but it's also a neutral place. This is just a place where I play video games, talk about the video games, make some jokes, crack some jokes, have some fun. The other one I would go more into ideologies and stuff. Like I'm thinking about making a second YouTube channel like that. And I might have plans on that, and I even might have podcasts on that channel where me and my friends talk about our opinions on subjects, like this one. But the reason why I talked about this on my YouTube channel was back in, like I said, 2016 or not. Well, when I was 16, I was adamantly opposed against YouTube's beliefs because YouTube is very hypocritical, truthfully. Because they say one thing and do another. As a YouTuber, I have worked really hard as a content creator, especially with my situation and my life in the real world. And YouTube really doesn't want to give me any help. They talk about how they're helping smaller content creators, but that's a lie. And I've been always adamant about that. And this happening has made some of my old videos where I've denounced YouTube and their biased hypocrisy. They've made those videos that I've made aged like fine wine, because this is prime examples of that. This is prime examples of bigger content creators and their greedy corruption and degeneracy, and YouTube protecting them like the rich parent protecting the spoiled little brat. That's affluenza. It's an affluenza situation. So this was perfect. This was perfect example. So that's the only reason why I was talking about this on my main channel. And then that's pretty much all I have. Just that's all I have to say. I mean, there's nothing else to really say. So yeah. So for now, I have to end here. I'll see all of you in next video. See ya. Okay, I'm done recording. I'm gonna go beat my cat. Oh, I'm gonna violently beat you. Yes, I am. I'm gonna violently beat the crap out of you. Who's a good kitty? You're a good kitty. I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. Yes, you are. Oh, you look so adorable. Aw, you're a good kitty. Who's a good kitty? Who's a good kitty? Aw, you're a good kitty. You want to beat me? I will beat you. I'll beat you so hard. Oh, I'll beat you. Oh, I'm gonna beat you. Oh, you're a good kitty. You're a good little Timothy. He's a good boy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Oh, okay. Fucking hell.